All right, it's E from MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com. It's 11:45 on the 11th of April, 2019, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. I'm just doing a quickie video because we just broke from the room, but this would have been a great lesson at the time if it happened. When we get the break, we talked about the possibility of taking out at least one side because of the narrow range, but possibly even both today. And we had said that don't forget, we've got a gap still down here in that 82, 75, 83 range. It's available, that's open. And if we got a breakdown today and we took out these 92s, that the first target would become this 89, this middle trade right in here. And then the next would be all important, this 85, the low from the yesterday's breakout. So this is a retest. That is still an important idea. And we said if that breaks, then obviously the next low here at 83 becomes the next support target. So looking at our range trade, we still have the range trade that we articulated early. And we said, you know, Charlie often gets handed the ball, said, yeah, let's go long, and everybody wants the breakout. And then all of a sudden we get back into the range. And one of the things we had looked at was NASDAQ was not performing the same. So this has really come back into line with what was going on with the NASDAQ, in my opinion. This was a chart that we had looked at. We had said if these were squeeze pivots, if this breaks, then we have the next low down here available. And then the next, and if that breaks, then we said obviously the 85 to 82's next important idea. So this is a measure from measuring from yesterday's low, 83 and a quarter, to that swing high. So this tells us on this frame to be pretty conservative about our expectations lower right now. There's a trap. We know that the highs are resistance. We know that target 2 today, 85 and a half. That's been hit. And that's usually the first sign that you want to make sure you get paid if you're in a short side trade. And now we're rebalancing support. Obviously the fighting box right now, breakdown was back up here, obviously at that 92 range, third time through trade. So it looks to me like this 92, 91 area we know is a flipper is going to be an important idea going forwards. Thrust is now down for the day. Bounces should be hit at least one time. And this all happened fast without a lot of resistance built up, 15-minute bar. And we got the break, the blue line break, bang, bang. They've done this a lot lately. A couple of sharp bars, 15, 20 minutes of sell, and then obviously have to adjust this 5-minute chart to the 10 now, which we'd said could be the 10-minute chart is the one in play. Very, very nasty. This was the new territory that we had talked about up here. Last couple of days have not been up there exploring that. Still range type trading, still building a base. Still no technical damage done. Just range type trading until proven otherwise. Let's take a look at one more. And then I'm hungry. I want to grab something to eat. And this was that range that we talked about earlier. If we break this range, then next support would be probably down here at this 85. That breaks. You got one more leg, that breaks, and you got your supports back down in here. So for now, all we know is retesting that big 85. And still a range type trade, you can see it. Now on this perspective, which is the monthly, we know the top box rejected. We know yesterday this green area down here has been rejected, and this is our fighting range now because we're able to break that 92 area and come back in. So on this scale, this is our current fighting box right now. This yellow box. And support. And this is the way an OTF trader is going to look at this. So that's the way we're going to look at it. Simple as that. And our predictive model, we said we have to break in this 92 to 91 area, which we did. Came down and we've touched the bottom of the pipe in the predictive model. So far, this resistance zone, remember we talked risk and reward earlier today? Big boy is going to look at this chart and say, well, I got a couple of points left up here, or I can come back down this direction. And so now we can take this line here and say, yeah, that's definitely the way they were looking at it. Risk and reward. Market exists to confuse as many people as possible. All these tails and tails and tails, and we had a couple up here, and then bang. News event, obviously, and came down, but we still know the ideas of where potential next support should be, looking at a number of charts. Hope this helps. And prior to this, we had this as our support box, this as our resistance, range trading, and then when the range gets broken, you want to think about this now becoming a resistance idea. And if you were trying long side and it didn't work, you take your stop, and then you either try one more time with the buy, or you try to realign with the short side coming back down in. Or you just stay sideline and say, hey, time for lunch, and that trade didn't work. So new range has been set up. We've taken the 92.75, and that is now the middle. Got an angel trying to start at 89 after this washout. I said the boys love to wash out the longs before. They don't want you to ride their coattails. So if you were trying to buy the 85s, you want to make sure you are paid coming back into that 90 to 91 for sure. That was our low that got broke. So first time back, normally resistance. Grab a couple points, get out of the way. All right, E from MarketWizards.com and eminywizard.com. And a quick update for you guys.